But I have to make some plates to hold the pin, because of course this don't fit. A drill bit, 1/4 inch. It's kind of loose because these washers are more than 1/4 inch. You can see that. Made my little plates. Plug welded them on. Top and bottom. I used this tube. Get it in there. Of course, you got a hit up top, right? To align all 4, top to bottom. And a little grinding. Nothing crazy though. Real strong. Plug welds. Cool. That's gonna make 3 more. Oh boy. Well, the hinge plates are here. These are 3/16. I shimmed them up 3/16 to get them off the weld that's there already, and I need room for the nuts that are going to go here to hold it in, of course. And I used a piece of 1/4 inch hydraulic tube, just like the one we had in the other ones. I got this all lined up and clamped. These are all plug weld holes. There's 3 on each plate, and it's pretty beefy. You can see this one's welded. Welded. Plug welds. Plug welds, you will knock it off. The only thing you could do now is throw it away and start over. But looking good. Alright, I'm going to weld this one up and sandblast them at Dawn's. I already sandblasted the plates. Looking good. Okay, the pivot plates are welded on all 4 boxes. This hydraulic tube, precision 1/4 inch OD, remained in it all the way across while each one of them was being welded. And then, like I said, shimmed up 3/16, and the clamps were on them. They were brought over there and buzzed up, and they look good. I wish this thing did better pictures up close, but it don't. I don't know why. It does HD back here, but you get close and it goes blurry, and it's not any settings. There's 3 plug welds on each plate. Nothing welded across the bottom. Again, like I said, because of the hole. Cooled them off, and now we're going to try them in place. Actually, I should go sandblast them. Sweet. Number 1 is almost done. I clamped a piece of steel there to show you that, you know, when they're connected, they're the same alignment. Swap hands, I'm no lefty. Now the door, by all rights, closes to about that angle. When it's open, about that angle, which is pretty good. Shouldn't need any backstops or anything, even though I might add something. And I still haven't ground these corners yet. And I really haven't fully ground the little L brackets inside either, but getting sick of seeing hinge videos again. But you can't quit, man. You got to keep going. You didn't start this car to go, oh, I'll put it on the back burner. Like it. Now I got to make the brackets that go across the face of the doors, and some pockets for them to go in so they're adjustable. I measured it all up. Damn close. Really close. I probably have an 1/8 inch gap top to bottom between the 2 plates that have to go on there, and plenty of room for shims. If you had to kick the door in or kick the door out or kick the door up, no problem. Alright, sick of playing with hinges. Freaking hinges. Looks real good. I gotta get cracking on the other side, which is right here. There's no splatter. Let's see if I can find some splatter. Nope, no splatter. Oh, one tiny little spot right there. It was a bad day. Oh wait, that was today. But pretty soon I'll sandblast them, pop them in, and shouldn't have to touch them again. At least not till we mess with hanging the doors, which should be probably tomorrow. The homemade hinge door test, part 1. Now if the door was mounted on here and the skin was on it and everything, it'd probably be about right there. So I just clamp a piece of metal to it. Now I have about an 1/8 inch gap right there. And let's see how it turns. Let me put the camera right up against it. Woo! That's even less than an 1/8 inch. Try it out front. Now I can tilt it up a little too. Try it from up here. Put you right on the post. Can't beat that. Trying to get it straight. I think some days I'm just way too picky. But these are going to be awesome. Well, it's the next day, and I'm out here making brackets for the hinges. I have to make hinge pockets to go up in front of the door a little bit. And I'm figuring, I have the metal and I have it drilled, why not use some of the factory holes. So this is the original hinge hole. I have a piece of 3/16 in there right now, and I'm marking it because I'm going to scratch that off. I found out if you put the door in the position it belongs to, this plate needs this 3/16 taken off, and this one needs nothing. It needs to go on the surface. So if I trim this one back, that one should be perfect. And we're just going to make some pockets so they can adjust in and out about half an inch or so. And I have to make the bars that go across the front of the door, which these would probably work. But I also shimmed out all of the brackets. It's tight, but it's not super tight. See, they're in the right position now. This one's real easy, but it's tight. I know it's a lot on hinges, man, but there's a lot to this one. Now, I'm saying when I set the plates, this one ends up being behind it, this one ends up being on it for it to be perfect. So I have to get it behind it. Or was it on it? I forget. But I got it all written down. They line up nice. They both have the same gap. They work good too. I jumped to the other side. See all the washers, stainless washers. I had to trim back a little so it would come all the way open on both of these, actually on all 4. So now it bottoms out here and on the face when it's in there. See the washers? There's stainless steel, and I have bronze bushings on the weight side of the door, meaning there's bronze bushings on the bottom, so all the weight of the door rides on them. But they come out nice. I did notice one thing though. I forgot to plug weld one of them. Oh, it was this one. I think it's on the top here. So the next time it's out, I got to plug weld it. Yeah, it's right there. Can't see it. But yeah, I'm trying to make pockets over here. Just being careful. I noticed that these plates and the ones on the door line up real nice. So we're going to go with it. And I got to do the other side at the same time. I don't want to finish one and then go, like I said, what did I do on the other side? And then go back. And then I could probably take the skin off this door and work it without the frame. Work on it without the skin on the door, and be a lot easier. Since it pops right off at like 4 screws. It's like sweltering hot in here. But doing what we can. Alright. I have that C-channel. It's mounted face down, or the slot down. Now I had to face off the edge of these. This is the factory steel. I had to put a straight edge and make 2 flat spots that are even, of course. Now this is where my hinge brackets are going to bolt to. I'm not going to drill any holes or anything because they're actually going to be welded to those internal plates and the original plates I made for the hinges. I just cut them short. So I got 2 layers of 3/16 catching the edge of the C-channel beam. Now this screw's too close, so I took it out, as you can see. These two are going to hold it in for now. I'll probably plug weld that when everything is said and done. But I got to space this out. Now these holes that I'm talking about are going to be for this. So you've got, oh, I'm having a hard time holding the camera in my left hand. That goes to the door. Now you got your in and out adjustment, and you got a little play adjustment back and forth. These are pretty thick too. I mean, you won't have to adjust it much. I put 3/4 inch slots on the thing, but I have to space this out, and I'm gonna connect the C channel to that right there, and it'll still kind of be removable. Down here it won't be, so can't weld anything till all said and done. Yeah, it's freaking hot today. Nice cool breeze though. Wish we'll keep going. Looking good. And that's flush with that. Sits on that one. Pretty good. Keep going. Just went through my scrap metal pile. I found two more of these. These are 2.5 inch and a half C channel beams. I have 1, 2, and the third one's in here. Now this is welded to, the C channel is welded to that plate that was originally one of the hinges. And I left the plate on the back, the threaded plate. So there's 3 layers of 3/16 behind this layer of 1/8 inch. So this, and the bracket inside all comes off via those 2 screws for now. When all said and done, we'll plug weld it, like I said. I got a spacer over here, so it's 1 inch and 7/8 away from the top rail, because I know this rail's perfectly straight with the door skin, of which there's a bolt there, 3 bolts there, 2 bolts there, and I think there's one more underneath. This whole skin comes right off in about seconds. But I'm working on the second plate. There's the 2 layers of 3/16 ground flush. Like I said, this one's parallel with this one, so I'm going to work on getting this one in there, but I really don't have much time left. Okay, we'll do what we can. Okay, this one's a little different. Because of the hole's a little further in, there's no problem skipping over it. I did weld it. I put a little on the side so when I take it off it's not going to move. I got a clamp down here, it's a little longer, I got to take off about 3 inches, but I put it right up against the plate and then I moved it over like a 1/16. But here's my 2 flush plates for the hinges. And I put a straight edge up there, but it's lower than the door face, so it's kind of hard to do. Cool, all 3 bolts fit in this one. This one's going to be welded or capped off or ignored or who knows. And do a little trimming. But other plates up here. Moving right along. There's number 1. There's number 2. Got a little clearance up and down. Nothing on the bottom yet. I'm gonna have to make some brackets, maybe bolt on, maybe weld on, who knows. But time to go to work. Have a good day.